Okay, we are on the draw with Jeskai Polymorph. Transmogrify, I guess. We'll mulligan for better hand. We'll keep 6 here. Put back in Needle Verge Pathway. Say go. So this time we do have a nice Shark Typhoon to make a token. And we have Transmogrify, so we have ways to go off. Looks like my opponent might be on mono white. So we'll just start getting our tap lands out of here. Fire Prophecy looks good as well. Can be a good removal spell if they play something really scary. Like a, I guess I don't know what would be too scary. Venerable Knight, not too scary. Selfless Savior, not too scary. So right now though I'm going to be taking 4 damage. I guess we won't be too greedy. We'll play the Needle Verge Pathway as a white source. Pass the turn. Allow us a Fire Prophecy. Try to do that now, I guess. Get Venerable Knight out of here. Okay, they sack their Savior. So we get down 1 invulnerability trigger, which makes Shadow the Sky better in a future turn. The opponent does play Seasoned Hallowblade. Okay. I guess we can play Birth of Meletus now, then play the Rogran Triumph. This is going to get us a wall, so we'll be able to Transmogrify. Opponent swing 6, yep. And I don't think there's any, instant speed, artifact removal I'm going to have to worry about main board. At least I hope. We'll play the planes. Like I said, we'll Transmogrify on the wall. We'll see what they have. Okay, resolves. Nice. Got a Dream Trawler. And we'll pass that turn back to my opponent. We're going to gain some life next turn too after the Birth of Meletus. They have a bunch of bad attacks that they could force something through by sacking their Alseid, by giving it protection from blue or whatever. Okay, they play another Seasoned Hallowblade, okay. Play a Giant Killer, okay. I guess they're going to go for the tap effect. Okay, well, draw a card, Dream Trawler. Gain some life, so we go to 12. We can play the River Glide Pathway as a blue source, so we can enable Neutralize. We'll go to combat, swing 5 in the air, drawing another card. So right now we can make a 3/3 shark. We could eat the knight. Hollow Blade is not a knight. Or just neutralize if they play something bad. Seems good to me. Could also snipe Giant Killer with the Typhoon as well, if they attack in here. Yep. So we'll make a shark token for 3. We'll go for the Giant Killer, because that's going to be able to tap our Dream Trawler. Okay, and they conceded that. So we get in there, game 1. So I think ECD is going to be fairly bad here. Seems like, again, most of their permanents are going to be 1/2 drops, not anything larger. Ugin could be okay. Top end thing just to get rid of their board for good. Scorching Dragonfire could be okay as well. Though, again, I'm not really sure. They have a lot of things that can just give invulnerability, give indestructible. So we're just kind of, ping off those. Most of their spells are creatures as well, so negate probably not going to be doing too well. I'm not sure what they're doing bringing on sideboarding. Maybe some ways to remove artifacts or enchantments or something. Or ways to exile creatures. I guess we'll just put in a Scorching Dragonfire. Put in a couple. Just see, maybe it'll slow him down enough so we can get off some good attacks with Dream Trawler. Okay, so this way we actually have a decent number of things to do. We can keep 7, probably play the Fable Passage first, get a blue source. Or we could just play out Valakut Awakening. Yeah, we'll play this tapped. We could do Valakut Awakening into Plains, into Castle Ardenvale, into Fable Passage. So hit all the future land drops. Opponent plays a Luminarch Aspirant. Put it on their Alseid. Sure, we'll play a Plains, I suppose. We'll just Scorch their Aspirant while they don't have mana up to sack their Alseid. Alseid, Aspirant, lots of complicated A-sounding names from my opponent. They do play a Selfless Savior, though. And they play a Seasoned Hallowblade. So this could actually work out perfectly for my Omen of the Sun. We could end up getting 2 creatures here, potentially. 2 blocks. Play Omen of the Sun. And they might... We'll see what they do. We'll see how we want to block. If we block on the Hallowblade, they can just sack the Savior to give the Hallowblade indestructible. I guess it doesn't really matter if I'm going to be maybe Shattering soon. We could save some life too. Right, they're down to only a few cards in hand. Okay, but they just pitch a card to give indestructibility. And then play Legion Angel. Play it out. Good, we can play Castle Ardenvale. And just Shatter the Sky, slow them down. Make them see if they want to get rid of the other Angel. Or save their Hallowblade. Okay, they want to save their Hallowblade. Seems like an interesting choice. Opponent plays a Venerable Knight and an Archon of Emeria. We'll play Fable Passage. Oh no, I guess it was... There was no way I could have played a untapped land there. So do I want to just get Yori into hand? We're going to be going down to... going to be going down to 6 at the moment. We'll just get Yori. Flash the Omen, get some more blockers. Okay, they swing in here. They could have got me down to 4 if they had an extra land to animate Crawling Barrens, but it seems they do not. Yeah, they get another Legion Angel, though. We'll crack the Fable Passage for a blue source, so we can play the Neutralize. We'll play Rogrin Triome, Yorion, blink the Omen of the Sun. And we do have Shark mana up now too. And by that I mean just hard casting Shark Typhoon. So if we can just do that, hard cast it, survive a couple turns, maybe play the second one. You know, just get massive amounts of sharks. Could be nice. Archon of Emeria is also going to limit what they can actually do here in a turn. Because they can only play 1 spell. Can play Temple of Enlightenment. Again, Archon of Maria is going to make the Castle Ardenvale tapped, otherwise I'd make a 5/5 Shark. And go bottom Bertha Meletus. We'd really love to find a Dream Trawler here. But for the moment, I think we'll just hold tight. Can also just make a 1/1 at end of turn. Worst case. Opponent plays Luminarch Aspirant. I guess we'll counter that. Don't want them buffing their Legion Angels over time. Getting too big for me to block with Yorion. So we'll see if they attack now. They can't play any more spells like I said. But you could still do that. Okay, we get a Transmogrify. That's nice. Play Castle Ardenvale. Can Transmogrify one of the tokens to get a Dream Trawler. And we also leave up mana to do a 1/1 Shark token if we need to. If we need a blocker for some reason, if they exile Yorion or something. Although, I mean, at that point, we're still going to be okay with the lifelink. They do not have enough mana to start doing things with Crawling Barrens, so we have to be mindful of that as well. Okay, we get another Shark Typhoon. I guess we'll attack with the Dream Trawler. We can cycle this Shark if they double block. And we can take down 2 of their permanents. 2 of their flyers, presumably. We can also just cycle this Triumph. See if they block though. Okay, they triple block. So can I draw 4 cards to make Dream Trawler a 9/9? 3. No, I don't have enough. I think I'm off by 1. Yeah. If I had 1 more mana, I could I could just take down everything. But we're not going to do that. We can just make a 5/5 Shark. I guess I'll make it a 6/6. Can't do anything else for 1 mana. Okay, so we take down 2 of their flyers, we gain a bunch of life. We can play the Rogrun Triumph. Prepare for Shark Typhoons in the future. Again, we have to be mindful of their Crawling Barrens. If I let this game go on too long, they're going to perhaps run away with it. And this deck does have some creatures, right? We have also an Omen of the Sun, some good chump blockers, but I'm not quite sure what they have in their hand at the moment. I guess we'll just play the Shark Typhoon. We have Fire Prophecy and Omen of the Sun. We can make more sharks on demand, on command. And we'll swing for 10 damage. Flying, of course, at my opponent. Okay, we get him for 10. Another 16. End the turn here. Okay, they buff up their Crawling Barrens again, sure. And I mean, it's really good here, right? If they attack with everything, right? A desperation play. We open to the Sun, make a 3/3 Shark, make 2 more 1/1s. We can block all their things. You can trade with all their things just for 3 mana. And, you know, it's just insane value. They were in the play here too, right? And we were able to still kind of come back, slow them down enough to get the Trawler train going. Like, I guess I'm trying to think, like, how would one even lose here? Maybe a Shadow to the Sky, that'd get rid of my board at least. Okay, they swing in for everything. The Omen of the Sun. Get that crazy value play I just mentioned to get that going. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Okay. Okay, opponent not on a commander. So there may be some kind of aggro. I think we keep 7 here. Opponent's going first. We do though have some good removal. 3 removal cards. Okay, and they play a Swamp. That is interesting. We'll play Fable Passage. They may be Rakdos mid-range or something. Or Golgari Adventures. Oh, is this Dimir control? Not sure what it is, but I guess we'll grab a red source mountain. Okay, I'll play an island and pass the turn. See if my opponent does anything here. Flashes in any rogues on me or something. Or makes any 0/0 shark typhoons to scare me. They cling to dust my Fable Passage. Okay. Play a pathway. Go Omen of the Sea. Drawing a card. Don't know that we want either of those. Well, I guess we do have kind of two dead cards if this is Dimir control, so we actually probably do want Valakut Awakening. Okay, we take the Awakening. We are awoken. We are woke now. Play Castle Vantris, pass the turn. See if we can maybe Valakut. Play Brazen Borrower. That's an interesting move, my friend. I guess we'll just kill it while they're tapped down. We will put, I guess, Casket into my graveyard. Opponent must be puzzled on what deck I'm on. I haven't revealed that I have white in my deck yet. The Birth of Melita still will give it away. That's probably what we're going to do next turn. Pop down a Fable Passage, crack it for a white source, and pass the turn. Oh, we're going to play Birth of Meletus too, like I just said. Alright, we get our planes. Play Birth of Meletus. See if they counter it. They do not. It means we're probably going to get our 1/1 token. Or our 0/4 token, rather. Our wall token. Wall of Meletus. Opponent eyeing Cling to Dust. They don't have enough cards to escape it yet. You do have two. They cling something else. They cling their cling. That's a bizarre move. Play Omen of the Sea again. Shark Typhoon looks very nice. Okay, we get the Shark Typhoon. Make a 0/4 wall. Play the planes. Get Yori into hand, pass the turn. Leaving up Fire Prophecy if they play something else. They make a Shark Typhoon token. We'll Fire Prophecy it. Put Shadow of the Sky away. So they still haven't really done anything yet. You can play an island. And just pass the turn. We have things to cycle, things to discard. We also have Castle Vantris. Okay, so my opponent actually is in some kind of rogue mill, I guess. We'll scry with Castle Vantris. Neutralize looks good. Okay, we draw it. They don't have any other rogues, seemingly, to make me mill it. We can play planes, or I guess. Tough call here. They're only on 5 mana, so they could do another 3/3 shark or flash in some more rogues, but again, I think they would have done that already if You know, they see me scratch something to the top, they probably would just started slapping stuff down on the table. I guess we'll just try to play the long game, get lands. Can play the Ragran Triumph down. Just kind of get ready to get a big spell through. The Yorion would be nice, or Dream Trawler, or Transmogrify or something. I do have 6 cards in my graveyard, so I have to be mindful of that. But yeah, I mean, my opponent really isn't doing anything, so... I guess we can play Valakut Awakening now. See if they want to let that through. Maybe burn a counterspell or two. We get a few cards here. Make a 0 for wall. Play Riverglide Pathway as a blue source because I don't think we're going to need more than 2 red in a turn. I already have 2 red at the moment. So we could try to resolve Luca and have neutralized backup. Worst case, I guess let's see. Try to bait out some removal or something, bait out some action. Let's do the bait first. Get rid of their Enforcer. They let it resolve though, okay. I guess we'll just pass the turn still. Can still make a big shark, 4/4 shark into turn. Okay, they're tapping very carefully. 4 mana into this story. I'll neutralize that, no thanks. They left black mana open. Thought they were going to leave Mystical Dispute mana open, but maybe they realized it didn't matter since I still had enough. Play an island. Can't quite double spell like I'd like, but if they're starting to cast into the stories, I think we have to try to get something through here. Or we could just make a 7/7 shark. But I think we'll go with Luca. See what they have in terms of counter spells. Or if they have mostly, you know, Essence Scatters, Mystical Disputes. Not sure how many negates. Whatever this is running. It's like Luristless Rogues. Okay, but they have a draw in the lock. Sure, that happens. And we'll end the turn. Keep them off of casting another Into the Story though. They cycle a Shark Typhoon, getting another card in their graveyard, so they can actually cast their Cling to Dust again. Swing 1 in the air. Yep, take 1. Okay, so we get Castle Ardenvale here. Again, they have a bunch of cards in their hand. Though I guess we have to start doing something. And even if we play Yorion, we still have mana up to do either Ardenvale or Evantris. So we can still either scry or make another 1/1 token to start taking over the board. Well, they have to either counter my stuff or, you know, try to get ahead with card advantage with their Into the Stories. And if they were tap out or something, we can just hardcast Shark Typhoon. They're going to have a heck of a time, I think, doing anything about it. You know, I doubt they're going to have Feed the Swarm in their deck, or they could have Brazen Borrower to bounce it, but even then I can kind of fight them tooth and nail over, you know, I can try to counter what they're doing, can do all that kind of fun stuff. We can play a Temple of Enlightenment here, probably want to cycle the Triumph. Bottom, Shadow the Sky, don't want to blow my walls away. Opponent might cling to dust again. Yeah, they're eyeing their cards in the graveyard. Okay, they cling to dust, get rid of Luca, sure. Opponent plays a Temple of Deceit. Keep one on top. Swing one. Trying to see if I can make a 3/3 shark and still make a 1/1 token. Though, I mean, may as well just go bigger. I think 5/5, and then we cycle the Triumph as well. Seems good enough. It's going to put pressure again. It's going to make them either kill my shark or have to cast, or not be able to cast into the story. So, okay, yeah, they kill my shark, so then I'm going to get all their card advantage going. We still get to draw a card though. Can play Omen of the Sea. And now they're also down to 3 mana up too, so if we can like get a Dream Trawler through or something. But we're going to bottom these lands. Get another Shark Typhoon. Go to combat. Swing one at them. Do we even have any planes left in my deck? Let's check. We have 3 left actually, so try to grab one. Play it out. We'll pass the turn. Again, we can kind of do the same play we did last time, making a big shark. They might have a handful of removal, but it's going to mean they have to either spend time doing that, or I guess we can just start making 1/1s. But their Thieves Guild Enforcers are going to be large right now. I guess we'll hold on to the Shark Typhoon for now. We'll cycle the Rogran Triome. Make a 1/1. Get another wall. I guess we'll play a Fable Passage, go to combat, see if they want to flash in anything here for a blocker. They don't. Okay, I guess we'll go to pass the turn. So my opponent still has like a ton of cards in their hand. There's the Into the Story. Sure, I guess. The Heartless Act, one of my 1/1s. Okay. Swing one at me. And correct the Fable Passage. Probably should make sure the Sharks lose to 7/7. Okay, they Brazen Borrower though, one of my 1/1s. Sure. They don't Brazen Borrower on my Casket, which is interesting as well. But like I said, we'll crack the Fable Passage, de-thin my deck a little bit, get one of the few remaining lands in my deck, or basic lands, I suppose. Just make more tokens. Make them use the spells they're drawing to deal with my tokens is a seemingly good value. I guess we'll take the Omen of the Sea. Fire Prophecy would be okay here. We can get rid of an island, maybe get something else. Okay, they pitch a Mystical Dispute. So I guess we'll start by going to combat. Swing one at my opponent. I guess we don't have to play anything right now. May as well not while they have so much mana open. Play out Brazen Borrower, sure. Means no more Into the Story this turn. Okay, we'll start with Omen of the Sea. See if they counter it. Both of those look good, actually. We'll Fire Prophecy the Borrower to get the second Arden Veil. See if they counter the spell, though. Which, if they do, kind of leaves things more open for a Shark Typhoon anyway, and we can get that on the board. Opponent counters Drown in the Loch, sure. We can make a 6/6 Shark token. I guess I could have made it 7/7. You can kind of feign we have Mystical Dispute because I left that mana up. You know, clearly it's intentional. If I was that calculated, must have had a reason. Must have had a plan. So let the Shark resolve. Are they gonna let the Cycling Trigger resolve to draw me a card? They're gonna flash in a Rogue to mill. I mean, if they had a Thieves Guild Enforcer, they should have just done it when I guess there was no... It's just Scry, then draw a card. They don't know that I would have put them on top. But okay. They kill my Sharp token. We still get to draw the second Castle Ardenvale, though. So I swing in for 4. Okay, we get an ACD. I have Yorion in my graveyard. Go to combat. Swing 1 at my opponent. Play Thieves Guild Enforcer. Sure. So I guess they get to do some more milling. And take down my 1/1. Okay, I'll play ECD though. They only have 3 mana. So we'll see if they have a negate or another Drown in the Loch. They've already got 2 down. They didn't say please, okay. Down to 37 cards in my deck. Opponent down to 5 cards in hand. Block one of the Thieves Guild Enforcers, or I guess the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Transmogrify seems decent. Doubt it's going to resolve though, but we'll see. Okay, they're tapping some mana. Are they gonna Clink to Dust to try to draw a card? Ashiok's Erasure, interesting. Main deck Ashiok's Erasure. This is a weird deck my opponent's playing. And there's Into the Story. Another Thieves Guild Enforcer. I think this game's lost. Couldn't get through their wall of counterspells, but we'll see now. We'll see after sideboarding here. Put in the Mystical Dispute so we can take out the Glass Caskets. We can take out a couple of Shadow the Skies, and I guess an ECD, and put in a couple of negates. We may as well take out all the Shadow the Skies, put in more negates. Don't think I really want Ugin. Too expensive, too easy to just get countered by something dumb like a Mystical Dispute. Or, you know, also don't want Scorching Dragonfire. They're just doing so much, getting so much value that it's not going to be worth it. I think the way I win here is just by, resolving a Transmogrify or a Dream Trawler and just, you know, swinging to victory. Okay, we'll play first. Keep 7, I suppose. I do have a 2 mana spell, but I'm not sure it's going to really matter. Who knows if they're even going to play something out on 2 mana. They mulligan once though, so that's nice. I guess we'll just play the Pathway, or another Pathway, the Valakut Awakening. Play it tapped. Opponent plays the Scryland. Keep on top. That's a shame. Can't play Birth of Meletus this turn. I guess we'll just play Castle Ardenvale though, to enable that on the following turn. Play Riverglide Pathway first as a blue source. Play Birth of Meletus. Opponent might, like I said, Thieves Guild Enforcer, end of my turn or something. They do. Got no response. They have to get some milling in here. They mill a Dream Trawler. Interesting. Opponent scries 1. Put on top. Okay, get him for 1. We get a wall token. I guess we'll play... we'll play Temple of Triumph, try to use Omen of the Sun to bait out counters for something more impactful. Can bottom a land, already have 2 more in hand, don't need that. And I guess we'll pass the turn. Opponent probably leaving up counter magic for Transmogrify T4, but they play another Thieves Guild Enforcer, sure. Another Dream Trawler. And a Luca. They're hitting strong. Jeez. This bizarre Lurusless rogue list. Opponent doesn't swing. Okay. So I guess let's see if we can fire Prophecy. Or we can see if we can Omen of the Sun. They didn't attack here. They might not have counter magic. I'll let it resolve regardless. So we get some 1/1s. Gain 2 life. Play a Plains. Can go to combat, I guess. Swing 2 at my opponent. See if they make a 2/2 shark. They don't. We'll pass the turn. If Dispute up, we can make a 3/3 shark. Opponent makes a 2/2 shark. Okay. Like I said, we'll fire Prophecy one of their rogues. Put the Needle Verge Pathway into my library. Get a Robber and Triumph. Okay. So that was the 8th card in my library, I guess, or my graveyard. So another Enforcer's a 3/2. Yep, they swing. We'll say no blocks. Find a Dream Trawler. I guess we'll play Robber and Triumph. Tapped, of course. Go to combat. Swing 2 at my opponent. Pass the turn. Next turn we try to run out Dream Trawler, have Mystical Dispute back up. Okay, opponent cycles a Zagoth Triumph, so it means they probably don't have a nice Into the Steward going on in their hand. Desperate for plays, it seems like. Opponent swings though, we're gonna make a 3/3 shark to eat their shark. See if they have a kill spell or something. If they do, it is going to eat into the mana they could use to fend off Mystical Dispute. But it seems like they let the block happen at least. So we take down their shark. Oh, we have 5 power on the board. Play an island, go to combat. Swing on in here. I guess we'll just get Yori into hand. End the turn. See if they play into the story. Okay, they just make a big shark. Sure. They're very conservative with their sharks too. Never try to play them into my open mana. Okay, they don't attack here. Play Omen of the Sun. Let it happen. Gain some life. Okay, we get a Temple of Enlightenment. Does that change anything? Don't know that it does. If I Yorian... Yeah, I don't think it's going to change anything. May as well do it now then. Bottom on Needle Verge Pathway. Don't need more lands at the moment. Try to play out Yorian. Get a couple blinks in here. Okay, opponent Mystical Disputes it though. Sure. I guess that would have been a reason to play Fable Passage instead. But we can grab their dispute, or their Into the Story with a Mystical Dispute of our own. See if they have another counter. They do. They have a Drown in the Lock. I'm trying to think how that would have worked if I had, you know, played the Fable Passage, cracked it, gotten another land, but that looks promising as well, perhaps. Crack the Fable Passage, though, I guess, for, I don't know, another island. Let's see if they have a counter or not. Okay, another Drown in the Lock, yep. Have another Into the Story. Nope, the Skilled Enforcer. Level 4. And they're probably going to start sacking these Omens of the Sun at this point, because we don't have Yorian to really blink them or do anything with them. But it swings for 4 in the air. Say no blocks. Down to 3 cards in their hand, though. Bottom Needle Verge Pathway. Fire Prophecy could be okay to get some attacks through here. Try to take down one of the rogues. See if they want to spend a counter spell on this. They don't. We'll put Mystical Dispute away, I guess. They have so much mana. Really need a negate at this point. So now we swing in for 7. They can block a 1/1, but still take 6. They go to 5. Or they could bounce my shark. Okay, they bounce my shark. Still take 3. Play Birth of Meletus while leaving up enough mana to still make a 1/1 token. We can also get a land from our deck. Take up planes, play it, pass the turn. Opponent flashes in Brazen Borrower. So now they're gonna have 7 power in the air, so I'm gonna 2-turn clock. Yep, they swing. Say no blocks, because we can't. Alright, we'll make a 1/1 now. Get a Fire Prophecy. It'll keep me alive another turn. Potentially. Again, assuming they have no counter spells or something. Do some more damage though. Get in for 3 more. Okay, Opponent doesn't do anything. They had something they could have done. But they opt not to do it. We'll play Fire Prophecy. Okay, they counter it. Not a good matchup.